So today we're diving into a company that might just be the secret power source behind the entire AI revolution. We're going to break down Bloom Energy's latest numbers, and believe me, they tell a story you are not going to want to miss. Let's get right into it.
Every single time you use an AI, whether you're asking a simple question or generating a wild image, you are tapping into an insane amount of energy. These incredible models, they're trained and run in these massive data centers, and their appetite for power is just growing exponentially. It's this enormous, invisible engine driving the whole AI boom. And that brings us to the biggest question of this whole explainer. Our existing power grids, they're already strained. So as the demand from AI just skyrockets, where is all this new, reliable 24/7 power going to come from? This isn't some problem for the future. It is happening right now. This whole challenge, what we're calling the AI power problem, it's one of the biggest hurdles for the future of artificial intelligence. But for some companies, this problem isn't a hurdle at all. It might just be the single greatest business opportunity of our time. This quote from Bloom Energy's CEO, it just gets right to the heart of it. He's basically saying that the biggest tech companies in the world, they literally can't wait around for the public grid to catch up. They need their own power on site right now. And this simple idea, well, it's the foundation of Bloom's entire game plan.
All right, so let's meet the company that's positioning itself as the answer to this massive challenge. Who exactly is Bloom Energy?
Okay, so in simple terms, they build and install their own little self-contained power stations. They call them energy servers, right where the power is needed most. So think about it. A data center isn't just pulling from the public grid anymore. It has its own super reliable, constant power source just humming away right next door.
So the big question is this bring your own power strategy actually working? Well, their recent numbers tell a really compelling story, and it all starts with their record-shattering 2025. For the first time in company history, they crossed $2 billion in annual revenue. That is a massive milestone. It just goes to show how much demand is surging for what they're selling. And get this, that $2 billion number wasn't just some slow and steady climb. It was a staggering 37.3% jump from the year before. Now that is the kind of explosive growth that makes everyone pay attention. But here's what's really important. They're not just selling a ton. They're actually building a really healthy business. They generated $114 million in cash just from their operations. That means after paying all the bills to run the company, they had money left in the bank. That's a crucial sign of a sustainable business, and it's the second year in a row they've pulled it off.
Okay, so 2025 was a huge year, no doubt. But what about the future? To see where things are headed, we've got to look at their order book, or what the industry calls a backlog.
Now, before I show you the number, let's just be clear on what a backlog is. This is not some wish list. We're talking about the total dollar value of confirmed, signed on the dotted line contracts for stuff they have to deliver in the future. It is the single best crystal ball for a company's future revenue.
And here it is. In just 1 year, the value of their product backlog grew by about 2.5 times. Let that sink in. Demand isn't just strong, it's accelerating at a truly incredible pace. So with a track record like that and a backlog that's absolutely overflowing with new orders, you can bet the company is feeling pretty good about things. So what are they officially telling the world to expect for the year ahead?
Just take a look at this. After hitting that $2 billion mark in 2025, they're forecasting revenue to leap up to between $3.1 and $3.3 billion in 2026. We're talking about projected growth of over 50% in a single year.
And it's not just about selling more. They expect to get a lot more profitable while they do it. They're projecting their operating income, which is a really key way to measure profitability, to basically double. And, a quick note on non-GAAP, that just means they've tweaked the official numbers to give what they feel is a better snapshot of their core business. It really signals that they believe their whole operation is getting more efficient and ready to scale up, big time. All right, we've thrown a lot of numbers at you. A record past, a surging backlog, a super aggressive forecast. Let's just take a breath for a second and connect all the dots here.
What we've really just walked through is this perfect 3-act story, right? You have a record-breaking 2025 that proved their model works. Then you have the massive backlog growth, which shows that right now, today, demand is real and it's on fire. And finally, their 2026 forecast, that signals that they believe this is just the beginning of a whole new explosive chapter. So it all comes back to this really simple dynamic. On one side, you've got one of the biggest technological shifts in human history, AI, that has this bottomless appetite for power. And on the other side, you've got a company offering a direct solution, reliable, on-site energy that can grow as fast as you need it to.
At the end of the day, this isn't just about one company's quarterly report. It's about a much bigger story, about the fundamental plumbing that's required to build our future. Powering our digital world is, without a doubt, one of the most complex and critical challenges we face.
Which kind of leaves us with one last big idea to chew on. In an era that's going to be defined by artificial intelligence, where computing power is everything, maybe the ultimate advantage won't be having the smartest algorithm, but simply having a place to plug it in. Thanks for tuning in.